Hello, welcome to episode 16 of the Mel-Tran Designs Knitting Corner podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry, and on Flirk, I'm Mel-Tran Designs. We also have a group on Ravelry called Mel-Tran Designs. Creative, right? Today is Wednesday, not Monday. It's Wednesday, March 26th, 27th. Good grief, 27th. I recorded on Monday, March 25th. It was a great recording too. Told you my story, showed you my stuff. It was great. We hung out for like 45 minutes. The recording was crap. It just didn't work. The audio and the video were off by nearly a full minute, and so instead of recording on my nice, brand new, awesome laptop, I've pulled out my crappy pink one, and let's hope that it works this time. So, yeah, have a story to tell you about my weekend, so if you want to grab your knitting and hang out with me, that would be wonderful. When I started working on this sock on Monday, I think I was only maybe like here. I don't know. I wasn't very far, and I haven't worked on it that much anyway. So apparently recording over and over and over again gets a sock finished. So maybe I'll start recording like 20 or 30 times. Just kidding. I was trying to remember if there was anything I said before I went into my happenings this week. I don't think so. Oh, I want to welcome new people. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is your 16th time, welcome just as much. And if you're somewhere in between, I'm just as happy to see you. I hope you enjoy our time together. And yeah, let's get into happenings this week. Friday morning, I was going to be heading up to northern Idaho, Post Falls specifically, for a spin-in. I would be staying in Coeur d'Alene with a friend of mine. And I was going to leave first thing in the morning and was just too tired after I got the girls going. And so I decided to sleep for a couple hours since Jake was home and get nice and rested. So I did that and loaded up my car and headed out. The route that I take, instead of going through Idaho, I kind of curve out and go Oregon, Washington, and up. It's about 30 miles more, but about 2.5 hours less. So that's why I go that way. My first stop was Baker City, Oregon. There's a really cute little restaurant that my dad and sisters and I discovered last year when we were driving through to a funeral. And it's one of those that, I mean, they have tables and chairs and stuff, but they also have the counter, and all the farmers will come in and have breakfast there, and it's really cool. And it's dirt cheap. That's another really neat thing about it. So I stopped there. It was about noon by the time I got there, but I still had the biscuits and gravy that I wanted to have because that was why I went. And it's super, like I said, it was super cheap. So for $3.95, I got a biscuit, pretty good sized biscuit, cut in half, smothered in calorie-laden sausage country gravy, and I loved every calorie-filled bite of that food. And Oregon doesn't have sales tax, so it was $3.95. So for the $5 bill that I left, the guy got, a decent-sized tip for not really having to do a lot. He just took my order, brought me my food, and didn't really have to do anything else because I ate quickly. And anyway, so got back on the road, was heading towards La Grande, which is about 50 miles away. Heard on the radio that the Blue Mountain Pass, which is just past La Grande, had whiteout conditions, and trucks were having to stop and chain up, and just all this. And I was like, oh, all right, here we go. So I just before La Grande, there was a little bit of kind of blowing around snow, nothing that was even sticking to the ground, but I thought, okay, so I get past La Grande, get to the base of the mountain, and it was snowing pretty hard. I mean, it was coming down. Nothing was sticking to the roads, but it was coming down pretty good. I get about a mile into it, stops completely. There's no snow on the road. There was snow, you know, on the ground off the road because we were climbing a mountain. I was. I don't know why I say we. I'm so used to being a we. So we get up to the top, or I keep driving. No snow. Only on the side of the roads, you know, on the ground where it was. Not one bit on the road. The road was a tiny bit wet. You could tell that what I had driven through at the beginning had just passed through. And it was, you know, wet enough that people were, you know, spraying crap all over my nice used to be blue car. So, yeah, there was just a snow flurry here and there. It was. I don't know why the weather report or whatever even said it, because it wasn't true. So I go peacefully along, stopped for gas just before crossing into Washington. It's the cheapest gas on the whole trip. So stopped and filled up there, and continued on my merry way. Hit the Tri-Cities, Washington, which is Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland area. Well, that's where I get off the freeway and hit a highway, but the highway's like a freeway because the speed limit is still 70 and it's 2 lanes each way. So it's still like a freeway, except there's streets that you can turn off onto if, you know, here and there. Well, just past the Tri-Cities, there's a country mercantile that I've seen many times, every time I've gone up there, and I've always wanted to stop, but never did, because I'm one that once I get in the car, I want to go from point A to point B as quickly as possible. I don't want to mess around. I just want to get to wherever it is I'm going and be done with it. Well, I didn't have kids with me. I didn't have a husband. I didn't have anyone with me that I had to ask if they care. I was just like, you know what? I have time. I'm going to stop. I'm so happy that I did. This place was awesome. They have, for better weather, well, warmer weather, there's a carousel. They have a petting zoo. I didn't know all that. But the store is what I was going to. So I go in, and one whole, like a quarter of this huge store is thousands upon thousands of jars of Washington State made jams and jellies and dips and sauces, and I mean anything that you can imagine. I'm not even going to go into all of it. They had samples a lot of different places. They had fresh produce. Anyway, all in the first, you know, quarter of the store here. Then when you go through into kind of the big open room, on the left and part of the front kind of L's is hand-dipped ice cream. And then continuing on, there's a counter where you pay, but also where you can order food. They have sandwiches and things like that, hot foods, which is cool. In the center, there are homemade salsas and dips in kind of a refrigerated section, and some bulk candy. And over to the right front and on a second level, there's just a bunch of tables and chairs, so you can sit there and eat if you want. Directly to the right, though, there's a big sign that says Chocolate Factory. And I like chocolate. I don't like freak out about it. I enjoy it, but you can't help but be drawn into this just area. And instead of, you know how like when you go into a chocolate store and there's the person standing behind the case and they have to pull out the different truffles for you and all that, and they're standing there staring at you, expecting you to know what you want, even though you just walked in, and they're like, so, do you know what you want? Can I help you? And they're usually pretty nice. They're talking about this and that, but you're still trying to decide, but they're staring at you the whole time. This isn't like that. There's so many chocolates that they have rows of cases of the, like, not a case like you would normally picture, clear plastic case that just has doors you can open. And they have gloves, boxes of gloves up on the top, and boxes. And you put on a glove and grab as many chocolates as you want, fill up the box, and then they they charge by weight, which is so nice. So I grabbed a few different things that I wanted to try. On the wall, technically to the side of the store there, but kind of, you know, at the end of the rows of chocolate, you can see the people working back in the chocolate factory area. They have it open. They also have a case of fudge. It's the largest case of fudge I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. Flavors I had never seen, and I took pictures of all of this with the luck that I've been having with my recordings. I don't know if I will mess with trying to even add it onto the end. Once I have it saved though onto my computer, I guess I could always try and add it, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll see. Anyway, so huge case of fudge. So like I said, I did buy a few of the chocolates, bought a couple for my friends that I was going to be seeing, and headed out. Made pretty good time. I didn't speed horribly. I set it at 5 over like I always do, and went along, enjoyed all my music. I love traveling by myself. I haven't done it since Sock Summit 2 years ago, and I really, really enjoy just having 6-7 hours to myself in a car, listening to whatever I want to, or nothing at all. No one screaming, no one fighting, no movies going unless I want to like turn one on my phone and listen to it. Obviously not watch it, but you know, I mean, I love it. So, got into Spokane about 4:15, 4:20, which normally would be kind of the beginning of rush hour, but it was Friday, so I was hoping that I was still enough ahead of it. There was a spot that I got slowed down for a little bit, but it wasn't bad. Called Sarah from the Sassy Sheep. She had already been to the hotel in Post Falls and was in Spokane getting some lights and stuff. I don't actually know all of what she was getting. So I continued on to Coeur d'Alene to meet with my friend Beatrice. That's who I was going to be staying with. Met up with her and her family and hung out for a while. Sarah called me just before 7, so I headed over to help her unload. She thought she had until 9 to set up. She only had until 8, so we pretty much just got her stuff unloaded and put in her booth space. And then I went back to Beatrice's house. Oh, went back to Beatrice's house. We did Crafty Things, and I thought, hey, I need to grab those this time because last time I had to run and go get them. And I probably will do that again because I want you guys to see what I made. They're really fun and easy, and I'm going to tell you how to make them if you want to. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. Anyway, we did kind of some crafty things, watched a couple movies, and stayed up until almost 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, and then the next day was the spin-in. So I got up fairly early, not crazy early, but and was out the door by, I don't know, 8:30, 8:40, because the spin-in started at 9, and I wanted to be there. I heard that there would be 200 to 300 people there, and I wanted to get a seat and get settled and stuff before everyone came. So got there, got my wheel all set up, walked around the vendor market a little bit, you know, talked to Sarah, all those kind of things, and started spinning. And I spun and spun and spun and spun, and I really enjoyed it. The ladies that I sat with weren't, I mean, they were talkative, but it wasn't just nonstop. there were times when we weren't talking. None of us knew each other. Like, I didn't see anyone I knew, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I kind of would randomly talk to people, and it was nice. It was very relaxing, very, you know, just sitting and spinning. I love just sitting and spinning. So I was able to get a whole 4-ounce braid finished, which you'll see later in the spinning section. I did buy a couple of things. I only spent $15. Aren't you proud of me? I didn't plan on spending a lot. I did have some money with me that I received from the gals who are going to be taking my class. So, you know, I did have some money, but I spent $15, and I will show you that in acquisitions. So, yeah, I walked around the vendor market a couple of times, and just, I mean, there was nice stuff, but I feel like I need to use more of the stuff that I have, and I bought a lot of stuff at the beginning of this month that I still haven't forgotten about. So sometimes I'm too logical for my own good. So yeah, mainly I just sat and spun, and it was a lot of fun. So that went until 4 o'clock, and then I packed up and went and helped Sarah and her mom get all packed up and loaded up, which took, I don't know, like an hour probably. And it was funny. I am really good at selling Sarah's stuff. Because I love it so much, I can sell it like nobody's business. Well, I'm packing out these baskets. She sells, I don't know if you've seen those handmade baskets that some of the vendors have started selling for people to carry their knitting and stuff in, the fair trade baskets. Anyway, she sells them. And I was carrying a bunch of them out, and one of the other vendors ran over to me. She's like, "Oh my gosh, that's a green and purple basket. I have been looking for a year for the perfect green and purple basket, and you have it in your hand. Can I buy it?" And I'm like, "Sure." And she looks at the price tag, and it says $30. And Sarah usually, you know, adds the sales tax to it. But she's like, "Wait, I have $30 I can give you." So I got to Sarah. I was like, "I sold one of your baskets," and she handed me 30, and that's what the tag said. I didn't get the sales tax. She's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. You made a sale. I don't care." So anyway, that was pretty funny. So yeah, we got packed up, said our goodbyes. I headed back to Beatrice's house and picked her up, and we went to dinner together at a place called Tomato Street. Love that restaurant. It's an Italian place, and all of the waiters wear different hats, whatever hat they want. I've seen some of them wear like really decorated headbands too, you know, graduation caps. I mean, all sorts of just whatever type of hat you feel like wearing is, you know, what they wear. So, oh, and they have white butcher paper on the on the tables and crayons. And Beatrice and I always, you know, draw a lot of pictures when we're there together. You don't outgrow that. It's even, I don't know, it's even more fun when you're an adult. I don't know why. But anyway, so we had dinner and dessert. We kind of splurged and had dessert that neither of us finished. Then we went to Michael's and picked up a couple of more things for the crafty things that we were doing. I don't actually know what they're called. That's why I'm just calling them crafty things. You'll see them. So we picked up a couple more things to finish those off, and went back and watched movies and TV shows and hung out, and we were up till probably about midnight, 12:30. And then Sunday I slept in a little bit and headed home. I did go to Trader Joe's on my way through Spokane, stocked up on some of our favorite things, and I stopped at the Country Mercantile on my way back through so I could get stuff to bring home. I didn't get anything for Jake and the kids on my way through the first time, because I didn't want to have to deal with it while I was there. So I got some chocolates for each of them, and got some of the salsas, and they have a deal. If you buy 3, you get homemade tortilla chips for free, so I just went ahead and got 3 of them. And I got Jake some green olives that were stuffed with garlic herb cheese. mozzarella. I want to say mozzarella cheese. Anyway, him and the kids have loved them. I haven't tasted them because I have to take a lactate pill if I'm going to have dairy, and I don't want to eat a whole pill just to taste one olive. So I'm going to wait until I've had a pill for something else and taste one. So anyway, and then I came home uneventfully and jumped into a VKN Sunday night because I missed my friends terribly. And let's see, since it's Wednesday now and I've had Monday and Tuesday to do stuff, I have more progress on the knitting stuff that I showed you the other day. And Monday night I didn't get into a VKN. I was so tired. I was in bed at like 10:20, 10:15, 10:20. So last night when I got in, my friends were like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long." I was like, "I was here 2 days ago on Sunday night." And they're like, "But you were gone the weekend, and then you didn't come in last night. It's like forever since we've seen you." And anyway, it was pretty funny. I was like, "I just went to bed early last night. I'm fine." I don't usually go to bed before midnight, you know, but I just was so tired, and there was no one in a VKN at that point. And so I was like, why not just go to bed? You know, I had caught up on most of my TV shows and stuff, and anyway, it was great. It was really great. So that gets us to now. And we'll jump into what's on the needles because I'm going to finish this row here, and it's something that's on the needles. And actually, I'm almost finished with this sock. This is the Fiber Nymph Dye Works Let Me Love You colorway that she came out with for Valentine's Day. I know it's no longer Valentine's Day, but pink and white are very springy, so, and I don't really care. I really like the color, and I don't care that it's not Valentine's Day anymore. It was. So, all I am going to do is finish this pink stripe, and as soon as the white starts, I'm going to start the ribbing for the cuff. I think that's what I decided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm going to have, because I've started doing about a 10 row cuff. So what I want to do is when the white starts, I will knit one whole round with it, and then I'll start the ribbing, and so it'll be white and then red, and then I'll bind off because I want to, or no, was that right? No, I don't remember what I was going to do. Doesn't matter anyway. I'm almost done. So there's that. You can see I'm about that far past my heel. Let me put this is her Desire Base, which is the Falkland Merino nylon blend. And yeah, that's in my South Africa swap bag that I got for Valentine's Day. And that's on size 1, 2.25 millimeter needles. Let me take a drink really quick here before we move along. I've had so much stuff in my throat the last couple times I recorded, a couple weeks. I thought, you know what, I'm going to make sure to have water this time. So let's see what else is on the needles here. Oh, lots of progress on these two things because I hadn't done hardly anything when I recorded on Monday. So this is my graphic infection shawl. The pattern is by Josh Ricks, and this is the one that I'm making one for me and one for my roommate Haley for the Zombie Knit Apocalypse retreat. And this is done through Clue 3. Clue 4 is out, but I got behind. So here is my Clue 3. I'm really enjoying this pattern. It's a really easy knit. So the yarn, the green is Huckleberry Knits in her bamboo merino blend. I still don't know the name of it. And it's the green color is one. It was a club colorway, Borealis. Boreal. I think. The gray is called Platinum, and it's a lace weight that I'm holding doubled. It's by Grinning Gargoyle in her it's Merino, Silk, and Stellina. What is the name of it? Oh, I don't even know. I apologize. I don't remember what the base is called. Anyway, that's on size 5, 3.75 millimeter needles. So hopefully I will have clue 4 to show you next week. That's the plan, because I'm trying to stay kind of focused on things. So this one is Haley's, and it's starting to get a little bit, it's starting to fill up this bag a lot more. This is Haley's Graphic Infection. Also through Clue 3, I finished, when I recorded on Monday, I had part of Clue 3 done on hers. No, had I finished Clue 3? I might have had it finished on hers, but I hadn't even touched mine. So I sat down Monday after I recorded and was like, okay, and did it. So anyway, here's hers. Let's see if I can get it nice and stretched out for you. The blue and red. The blue is Huckleberry Knits in her Cascara base, which is the MCN, in a custom dye blue. And the red is Indigo Dragonfly. When I bit into him, I could hear the ocean. And this is also their MCN sock. And this is, both of them are on size 5, 3.75 millimeter. I'm going to slip in an acquisition really quick because these are some new needles. I had posted my disappointment in the size 1 signatures in the signature group on Ravelry and said that I couldn't sell, or I couldn't return them because I was past the refund date, and so I was just kind of stuck with them. Well, the owner messaged me and said, we are really sorry that these are below, you know, below your expectations and below our standards of high quality things, and we will send you a replacement pair of any size. And I said, okay. So I took a couple weeks to think about it because I didn't know if I wanted a 4 or a 5. Decided I wanted size 5s, so they sent these to me, and they're beautiful and blue, and I thought that would be so much fun to work on. And I can knit on this with the same color yarn and needles. It doesn't bother me. So anyways, I thought it was a perfect match. And the needles, the cable that of the other needles that I was using was all wonky anyway, so perfect timing because there's getting to be quite a few stitches on here. So anyways, that is those 2 projects, and that's where it stopped the other day. But last night I didn't want to start Clue 4 because I didn't have it printed out and stuff, and I didn't want to work on my sock, so I decided to work on my Lunatic Fringe shawl that is coming out nicely. I did another pattern repeat, so now I have 6 sets of tentacles in the VKN. We started calling it my tentacle shawl. It's kind of funny. So anyway, it doesn't really hang very well, but that's what it looks like so far. I'm still really enjoying it. You know, the repeats are starting to take a little longer because the stitch count is growing, but that's fine. I don't mind. So, and that's on size 6, 4.0 millimeter needles, and this is on the hand spun that I did out of 2 Sassy Sheep bats. So, and that's a blend of BFL, merino, and the nylon Firestar stuff. So that's in my BSU bag. The reason that I hadn't had a lot of knitting is because I was mostly monogamous. So we're going to move into FOs. I have one, and it's Eli's sweater. I haven't soaked it because he was wearing it. Like as soon as I got done, he was wearing it, so I haven't blocked it at all. The bottom still flips just a little bit, and you know, you can see that this is kind of flipping in, but it'll all be fine after I wash it. So anyway, here's the back. You can see uninterrupted rainbow, even where the red right here is where the neck started. So I just kept going in reverse order, and then it ended on green. And at the bottom of the edge here, I had finished orange, and I didn't want to end with 6 rows of yellow, so I did 2 rows yellow, green, blue, purple. So it would kind of finish out the rainbow down there. I really like that. And here are the cute little truck buttons. Let's see. Cute little truck buttons that I bought. One, two, oh, here's the third one. It's already buttoned, closed. So anyway, it fits him very nicely. There are pictures on my Ravelry page, my project page. There's a couple pictures of him smiling. I say, smile, Eli, and he goes, it's really funny. He scrunches up his eyes and makes his mouth all big. You should go look. Anyway, so this is out of the Knit Picks Swish DK, which is their 100% superwash merino. I enjoy it. He hasn't worn it enough for me to know if it's going to pill really badly and stuff, but so far it hasn't, which bodes well for it. So, you know, this makes me think there is a superwash available that's affordable, because superwash can get very expensive. So anyway, there's that. That's the only FO, like I said, so let's jump into spinning. I have 2 things finished. Well, I guess those would be kind of FOs. FO spinning, and then I'll show you what's on the wheel. First, I'll show you the little braid. Remember the pigtail braids that I got that I showed you? Well, oh, this one's falling apart. Hold on a second. This is one that I did on my drop spindle, which is what I'm doing all of them on. This is the Autumn Flame colorway, and it was Polworth, if I remember correctly. And I got 76 yards of a 2-ply fingering weight out of ½ an ounce. I'm having so much fun on my spindle. I just can't even tell you. So my plan for these, I think I've said it before. I'm looking at the other 2 I have up there. I'm going to join this with the others, and after I spin all 10 of them, I will be knitting the Drop City pattern. It calls for 450 to 550 yards of a fingering. So yeah, my plan is just to combine them all and make that pattern. So I think that'll be fun. So there's this, and then the other thing is the 4-ounce braid that I spun while I was there. This is 100% Falkland. Let me see if I can get some of the kinks out from it being twisted up there. Perfectly balanced. And it was like this when I pulled it off the bobbin. So I did a pretty good job. I was pretty impressed with myself. I want to scoot up here so you can see the colors up close a little bit better. You can see their browns, kind of light browns, dark browns, and that little bit of light blue. The colorway is called Bad Ash. It's by Fiber Addiction. She specially dyed this for me. It's one that she usually has on just yarn. And it's my favorite colorway that she does. I need to get sock yarn with it because it is so dark and saturated and awesome. But anyway, so I asked her if she could put it on some fiber for me, and she did. And this was, I don't know, I could go back in my show notes, or I don't keep show notes. I could go back and look and see when I got it. February? Maybe? Beginning of February, I think, because I ordered it in January. Maybe it came late in the end of January. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I got 200, hold on, let me think, 254 yards of, I'd say a nice DK weight. So anyway, I'm really happy. That is a crappy pink. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was nice to spin. I'd never spun Falkland before, so that was a new experience for me, which is why I picked that when she told me what options I had. Yeah, so I don't know what this is going to be yet. I'm leaning towards possibly like hat and fingerless gloves, but I don't know, it'll tell me what it wants to be. So there's that. And then lastly, for spinning, I will pull my wheel up here for you. This is, I do have it with me. It's 100% Polworth, 4 ounces of it in the Under the Sea colorway, from Huckleberry Knits. This is the club shipment that I got last month. I'm trying to stay on top of that. So here's how it looks. You can see that it has the blues. There's a lighter blue here and then these greens. I really like it. It's coming out pretty thin. Let's see if I can show you. It's pretty thin. I think I will end up, I'm just doing this as a 2-ply. I split it in half. But I think I will end up with a 2-ply fingering weight, which is fine with me. I love fingering weight stuff. So, yes, moving on to designing. I don't have any new designing going on. I really need to work on the sweater. I don't know why I haven't. I will though. I need to. I want to have it done and published before I go to the spinning retreat in October. So, but my cursed cable sock pattern is out. I released it on Monday. You have a coupon code for $1 off, which is cursed, just the word cursed, just like the beginning of the name of the pattern, cursed cable sock. You get $1 off through Monday, April 8th, like at the end of the day. I put it, and I even put it Hawaii time, midnight, so that way everyone in the whole entire world would be able to, and you people in Australia and New Zealand, you have until the 9th, pretty much, by the time it gets to be midnight in Hawaii. So anyway, $1 off with the coupon code cursed, and I promise I will get something else going on. I've been so caught up in trying to keep up with keeping up. So involved with trying to keep up with the mystery shawl and you know, doing Eli's sweater and stuff. It just kind of took a little bit of a back burner, but I'm not too worried about it. And let's see. Acquisitions is all I have left. So let me move my wheel forward so I can scoot this over here. The things that I got at the spin-in were 2 drop spindle bags made by, I still don't know how to say it, Sans Pure Creations, S-A-N-S, Sans, and then P-E-U-R, Pure. I'm wanting to say Pure. So these are prototypes. They were all very, very, very different. Like this one, the top strap is sewn down, and then you can take it off here to, you know, hook it onto something or whatever. And this is a certain kind of fleece. I don't remember what she called it. This is the one I couldn't put down. Like, I couldn't put either of them down, and I was trying to decide, and they were supposed to be, they were supposed to be $10 each, and she's like, I'll give them both to you for $15. I said, okay, I'll take both. So this one is actually going to be my wheel spinning bag. It has the rest of the Polworth in there. So I will be, yeah, using this for that. And then this one, this is an old feed bag. It says Greenland Select, and it has all the farm animals on it. I thought that was a lot of fun. And the ones that are the old feed bags, actually, part of the proceeds go to a local animal shelter to her. So I thought that was really great. This one you can actually take off on both ends. And there's another one here. She was saying that some people like to hook them on either side like this and carry it, if it's a bigger one or whatever, a bigger spindle or whatever. So anyway, lots of options. I do have my spindle in here already, and it tends to like to fall out. So let's see if I can kind of keep hold of it. I have, let's turn it the right way, my spindle and my Nosta pin, and then down just below them is the next pigtail braid of fiber that I will be spinning, and it's already been separated and all that good stuff. So anyway, super cute, and I love it, love it, love it, love it. That I came home to a couple of things as far as the acquisitions go. The signature needles was one. Here's another one. This isn't really, I guess, an acquisition so much as it is a gift. Look at this cute monster that my friend Lisa sent me. It's crocheted out of, I'm guessing red heart or something along those lines. And she has a tutu on. And the note said that the dancing monster needed to go to a dancing house. So I think she is going to move into my clogging bag, and she's going to be my little lucky charm and my way to take my friends with me to all my clogging competitions. So thank you, Lisa. I've already told her thank you, but anyway, isn't that super cute? I love it. The last thing that was here when I got home, and this has now been wound. It wasn't wound when I before, is this set of 3 yarns from Damselfly Fibers. Damselfly yarns? I don't know. Anyway, she asked if anyone would be willing to knit a shop sample color affection shawl and get a really sizable store credit. And I said, ooh, I've already knit it twice. I love that pattern. I'll do it. So these are the colors that we decided on. And this is the order that they will go in. And I will be starting it soon-ish. I have until pretty much the end of May. She wants it by the beginning of June. So I will be knitting a color affection soon. And there's a whole bunch of us from the VKNs that all seem to be making it at the same time. So we're doing kind of a, I guess, a VKN knit along. But I mean, anybody could join in. It just happened to be that all of us are making them. So if you want to join in, maybe I'll start a thread. If you want to join in and knit a color affection along with us, I will start a thread on Ravelry so we can have discussions and maybe show progress, pictures, and things like that. So up to you. Let me know if you want to join in. And the last thing I want to show you was actually a gift from Sarah from the Sassy Sheep. It was her thank you gift for me helping her. And it was one of the fair trade baskets that I just was talking to you about. What is this? Okay. And she has square ones. And I'd never seen square ones, and I wanted one. And so I got one. This is the medium. See how big this is? There was a smaller, and there was a larger. But this is the one that was like, I need to come home with you. And I don't know why either. I was looking at all of them, and as soon as I saw this one, my gut was like, that one right there. And I was like, I'm going to go with my gut. It's never done me wrong. So I don't know quite yet what I'm going to use it for. I have my fiber in places. I'll figure out a really nice, logical thing to use this for. But until then, it's just sitting next to the couch looking pretty. Holding the stuff that I was going to show you today. So I think that is everything. Well, there is one other thing I got in the mail. I'm not going to show it to you right now because I wasn't really happy with it, and I contacted the dyer, and she was amazing and is re-dyeing the skein for me, and I'm going to wait until I get the other one to show them to you side by side maybe. I don't want to give her a bad name because she's an awesome dyer. So it's just kind of one of those things. But yeah, so that'll be coming in the next couple of weeks. And I will, yeah, show that to you. And we will look at all the more pretties together. I'm trying to think if I have anything coming up in the near future. I don't, which is kind of nice. I was gone 3 weekends this month. So I'm home until the second weekend in May when I go down to Lagoon for the National Clogging Competition. If any of you are in the Salt Lake area, I would love to get together. I do have some free time while I'm down there. I always leave early Friday morning, and I'm there most of the day Friday, and I would have some time Sunday too. Saturday's completely shot because that's when I'll be clogging. But and then I won't be, well, there's Fiber Train, but I don't have to leave for that. It's here on Memorial Day weekend. If you're within driving distance, come for the weekend. Sunday, Monday, and it'll be lots of fun. Let's see, that's May. June, obviously, the Zombie Knit Apocalypse, the 20th to the 23rd. And I'll be staying in Minneapolis for a few days after that, so if any of you aren't going and live in the Minneapolis area and want to hang out, let me know. July, nothing. August, nothing. September, nothing. October, I do have that spinning retreat. So things are kind of starting to wind down. Seems like spring is a very busy time. Oh, and just FYI, my birthday is next Friday, April 5th. Yay! I don't have anything big planned. I'm going to go eat at Noodles and Company, and it'll be lots of fun. Other than that, I don't really have anything big planned. So, but it's going to be my birthday, and it'll be awesome, and I get to celebrate for a whole, at least a week, if not the whole month. I love the month of April. The weather starts to get pretty, and things start to bloom, and it's always a very happy, pretty month. So, anyways, exciting stuff coming up. Alrighty, I'm at 45 minutes. Woohoo! Less than 50! Hooray, hooray! I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope that I get to record before Wednesday next week. But, yeah, have a great week. I hope you get to spin and knit and crochet and do all of the things that you want to do and get them done. And I didn't do the crafty things. Why didn't you remind me? Now I have to go grab them. And I can't pause this, so I'm just going to leave you sitting right here. I'm going to put my mouse down. I'm going to run and get them, and now I'm not going to be under 50 minutes, but that's okay. I'm not even going to edit on any of this out, because one, I don't know how, and two, it's kind of fun to watch people just happen. So, I'm going to run and grab the crafty things. Hold on. I'm almost done now. I'm just going to show these, and then I'll be done, okay? Go for it. Okay, what we made, well, she made one for me, and she showed it to me, and then she's like, yeah, we can make some while you're here. I was like, awesome. It's this really cute wall hanging, and all it is a canvas that you take a piece of scrapbooking paper, not the thick cardstock, but just the regular thinner patterned paper. You can see that it's, oh, here, that side, a little bit patterned there. And this is a picture that she took of a flower. So first you take this paper, you Mod Podge it down. Then you take the picture, you Mod Podge it down. And then these flowers, she actually cut out of other scrapbooking paper and glued those down. And then she had the letters that she glued down as well. I looked up John 15:12. It's about love. Love one another as I have loved you. This is my commandment, that you love one another. Something like that. It's a love one. It's a nice little verse. So then you Mod Podge over the whole thing, and she kind of does in sweeping strokes like this, so it's kind of textured, and then you spray it with acrylic to just kind of seal everything. Really simple. I would say quick, but cutting these out, trust me, I'll show you the ones that I made. So this is the one she gave me. The first one that I did is this one. I decided not to do any words or anything on it. Let's see if I can go in the right direction here. This thing took like half of a movie for me to cut out. Let's see if that'll focus on it. See all those little intricate, and I didn't even cut like following exactly the lines. Anyway, and all of these flower pictures are ones that she took, which was awesome. She's a great photographer. So anyway, there's that one. And then the second one that I made looks like this. So this paper was so awesome, I didn't want to put a bunch of extra stuff on it. So I just added a couple words in the picture. So you can do any size of the canvases and any size picture and, any words. That's what's so fun. We're going to buy some of this stuff, and the girls want to make them. I thought it'd be fun to get like their school pictures and maybe make something, with their name on it, or, something like that. It'd be a great gift thing, I'm thinking as well. So, yeah, lots of ideas. So, if you forget what I said, you just need Mod Podge pictures, which you can use like postcards or anything like that. Scrapbooking paper again, letters, and the canvas, and then the acrylic, the spray acrylic. That's all you need. And if you can get like some Michael's coupons, you don't have to buy it all at once. If you get some coupons, you could spread it out to where it's really, really cheap. Right now, the scrapbooking paper is 40% off. When we were in there, it was 40% off of the books of like 250 sheets, or I don't know how many sheets. I don't know, actually. The really thick ones, though, the thick ones. So anyway, there's the Crafty Things wall hangings, I guess. All right, I'm barely over 50 minutes. I'm hoping to try to put a slideshow in at the end. I can't guarantee it. I'll see if I can. If not, maybe I'll just put one together and upload it to, maybe I'll do that instead. I have changed my mind. I'll do my best. I don't know where I'll put it. Maybe I'll just put the pictures on the blog, the website, Mel-Tran Anyway, all right, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope all your knitting and spinning and crocheting dreams come true this week. Have a great week, and until next time, keep knitting. Bye!